Imagine a Nigeria where a few families hold wealth that could transform Nigeria in many ways. Their names echo in markets, spark debates online, and dominate boardrooms. But there's a side to their stories nobody's talking about. How they climbed to the top, what they control, and how their choices ripple through your life, from the price of fuel to the jobs you chase. Today, we're taking you on a journey through Nigeria's richest families in 2025, counting down from 12 to 1. Trust me, these tales of ambition, power, and controversy will change how you see wealth in this country. Welcome to RNN TV. I am Esther Olateju. Let's dive into the heart of Nigeria's elite. The top 12 richest families shaping our economy, politics, and dreams. These dynasties are not just about money, they're about vision, grit, and sometimes the shadows of power. 12. The Danjima Family, estimated $600 million. In the rugged hills of Taraba, the Danjima family story begins with General Theophilus Yakubu Danjima, a soldier-turned-tycoon whose life reads like a history book. A former chief of army staff and minister of defense, he sought military strategy for business acumen, founding the now Commerce Group and South Atlantic Petroleum. His oil wells in the Niger Delta pumped wealth, but his shipping ventures, moving goods across West Africa, built his name. His wife, Desi Danjuma, a senator, weaves their influence into politics. Their fortune, around $600 million, comes from oil blocks and real estate. But here's where it gets really interesting. General Danjuma's philanthropy, like funding hospitals in Taraba, as one asks, yet critics whisper his military-era connections secured lucrative oil deals. Why does this matter? For northern Nigerians, the Danjumas are a beacon of progress, but their wealth highlights how political ties can unlock doors most can't even approach. Their story asks, can one family's generosity balance the scales of privilege? 11. The Elumelu Family, estimated $600 million. From Delta State, the Elumelu family's tale is one of brains and benevolence. Tony Elumelu, a Swazi economist, transformed the United Bank of Africa (UBA) into a pan-African powerhouse and founded Heirs Holdings with stakes in energy, hospitality, and real estate. His wife, a doctor, runs Avon Healthcare, while their 7 children, including triplets, are groomed to inherit a $600 million empire. But where's the hidden truth? Tony Elumelu Foundation has empowered over 20,000 young entrepreneurs across Africa, making him a hero to many. Yet, some say his banking success links on regulatory favors, a sore point for small businesses facing tight credit. For Nigerians, the Elumelus are proof that education and vision can build wealth. But their story also sparks debate. Will their connections give them an edge over the average hustler? Their journey challenges us to weigh inspiration against access. Number 10. The Briggs Family, estimated at $650 million. Deep in the Niger Delta's oil-soaked rivers, the Briggs family story is one of risk and reward. Chief Olu Benson Lulu Briggs, a Port Harcourt legend, founded Monipolo Limited, a private oil company that drives in the heart of Nigeria's black gold. With offices in Lagos and London, their $650 million fortune also spans marine logistics and real estate, from luxury estates to warehouses. His wife, Senior, runs richer hotels, adding hospitality to their portfolio. But here's what is not said. After Chief Lulu Briggs' death, family disputes over his estate spilled into court with billions at stake. These battles reveal the fragility of wealth without clear succession. For Nigerians in the Delta, the Briggs oil wealth funds jobs and schools, but it's tied to a region plagued by environmental damage and unrest. Their story is a reminder. Even the richest can't escape family drama, and their wealth comes from a land crying for justice. As number 9, the Okoya Family, estimated $800 million. In Lagos Boston Market, the Okoyas family story shines with also. Chief Razak Okoya, a self-made titan, started Eleganza Group, crafting everything from plastic chairs to soaps in factories that hum with activity. His $800 million fortune also includes vast Lagos real estate, from Ikoyi mansions to industrial estates. His wife, Shade, and children like Oyilola manage the empire, blending business with high society. But here's the real angle. Eleganza's affordable goods stock homes across Nigeria, but their land holdings fuel resentment in a city where housing is a luxury. Razak's journey from a tailor son to a billionaire inspires, yet critics argue his tax breaks as a manufacturer give him an unfair edge. For Nigerians, the Okoyas are a symbol of local production, but their story asks, how do we bridge the gap between the elites and the struggling? 8. The Dantata Family, estimated $950 million. In Kano's ancient trading routes, the Dantata family story is woven into Nigerians' history. Al-Azan Dantata, a kola nut trader, was once Africa's richest man in the 1950s, supplying raw materials to British firms. His descendants, linked to the Dangotes, built a $950 million empire in construction, agriculture, and trading. They own stakes in Kano's markets and infrastructure, from roads to warehouses. But here is the catch. Their wealth, passed down like a royal crown, dominates northern commerce, making it tough for new players to compete. Their philanthropy, like building mosques, earns respect, but their old money status sparks debate about economic mobility. For Nigerians, the Dantatas show how family ties can preserve wealth, but their story challenges us. Can Nigerians not grow without breaking their grip? Number 7. The Abiola Family, estimated at $1.2 billion. The Abiola family story is a saga of glory and loss. Chief MKO Abiola, a Yoruba icon, built a $1.2 billion empire through publishing, oil, and agriculture before his death in 1998. His Concord Press shapes Nigeria's media, and his farms fed thousands. His children, like Kola, manage what is left, but political battles and legal disputes have eroded their wealth. Here's the hidden truth. MKO's 1993 election, widely believed to be Nigeria's freest, made him a martyr, but his family struggles show how politics can unravel fortunes. For Nigerians, the Abiolas are a reminder of a dream deferred. Their media legacy still influences, but their faded wealth mirrors the fragility of power. Their story asks, how do you protect a legacy when the system fights back? Number 6. The Adeleke Family, estimated at $1.7 billion. From Ocean's vibrant streets, the Adeleke family story blends business with fame. Adedeji Adeleke, a quiet billionaire, founded Pacific Holdings with stakes in real estate, oil, and transport, and built Adeleke University, a beacon of education. His son, Davido, is a global Afrobeat star, while his brother, Ademola, governs Osun. Their $1.7 billion fortune does, but their political ties stir controversy. Some say their contracts come too easily. Here's what is not said. Davido's fame amplifies their brand, drawing investment, but it also fuels envy among youths who see wealth tied to privilege. For Nigerians, the Adelekes are a dream of success, but their story probes. Does their influence lift Osun or widen its gap? At number 5 is the Ibrus family, estimated at $1.8 billion. In Delta's coastal waters, the Ibrus family story began with Michael Ibrus, a fish trader who turned frozen seafood into a $1.8 billion empire. His Ibrus organization spans shipping, banking, and real estate, owning landmarks like the Federal Palace Hotel. His children like Oscar and Cecilia navigate a complex legacy, but inheritance disputes have fractured their unity. Here's the real angle. Their wealth employs thousands, but their legal battles highlight the chaos of succession without a plan. For Nigerians, especially in the Delta, the Ibrus are a powerhouse, yet their story won't. Even billions can't shield a family from internal strife. The journey asks, how do you balance wealth and harmony? At number 4, the Indimi Family, estimated at $2.5 billion. In Borno's arid plains, the Indimi family story is one of oil and faith. Mohammed Indimi, a devout philanthropist, founded Oriental Energy Resources, drilling in the Niger Delta for a $2.5 billion fortune. His children like Ahmed run the business, while his donation builds schools and hospitals in the north. But here's the truth hiding in plain sight. Their close ties to northern governors and federal contracts raise eyebrows. Access most can't dream of. For Nigerians, the Indimis show how wealth can rebuild communities, but their story questions. Does their influence come at the cost of fairness? Their legacy is a tug of war between charity and privilege. At number 3 is the Otedola family, estimated at $2.8 billion. Lagos Otedola family tells a story of resilience. Femi Otedola, once hit by financial losses, rebuilt a $2.8 billion empire through Gegeru Power and First Bank Holdings. His wife, Nana, and daughters like DJ Copy and Temi add flair to the brand, with Copy's music and philanthropy boosting their profile. Their power plants light up homes, but their banking stakes spark debates about control over Nigerians' finances. Here's what is not said. Femi's comeback inspires, but his government-backed energy deals fuel skepticism. For Nigerians, the Otedolas are a symbol of bouncing back, but their story asks, can one family solve our power crisis, or are they too entrenched to disrupt? Number 2, the Tinubu Family, estimated at $8 billion. The Tinubu family story is Lagos itself, a tale of power and controversy. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Nigeria's president, built an $8 billion empire from real estate, media like TVC, and hospitality-oriented hotel. His mother, Abibatu Mogaji, a market leader, laid the foundation with trading wealth. His wife, Oluremi, is first lady, and son, Wale, runs Oando PLC. But here's the catch. The political dominance, from Lagos governorship to the presidency, false claims of favoritism in contracts and land deals. For Nigerians, the Tinubus are a force shaping cities, but their story sparks anger. Their wealth grows while Lagosians battle rent heights. Their journey asks, can power and wealth coexist with fairness? At number 1 is the Dangote Family, estimated at $16.1 billion. At the top, the Dangote family story is Nigeria's heartbeat. Aliko Dangote, from Kano's trading clans, turned a loan from his uncle into the $16.1 billion Dangote Group, dominating cement, sugar, and now oil refining. His father, Alhassan Dantata, was a colonial-era tycoon, and Aliko's daughter Halima runs key operations, ensuring the legacy endures. The refinery, a $20 billion gamble, promises to cut fuel imports, but critics cry monopoly, saying cement prices stay high because of their grip. Here's the hidden truth. Their wealth funds hospitals and scholarships, but tax breaks and subsidies give them an edge small businesses can't match. For every Nigerian, the Dangotes are pride and paradox, a global brand, but a reminder of economic divides. These families don't own Nigeria, as social media exaggerates, but their influence is undeniable. They employ millions, fund charities, and shape policies, yes, their political ties. From Tinubu's presidency to Indimis contracts, for public frustration. Most don't know this. Government incentives like oil block allocations or tax waivers boost their wealth, while small traders face high taxes. This gap drives youth unrest, especially in a country where 40% are unemployed. Their stories, from Kano to Lagos, also reflect regional divides. Northern families dominate manufacturing, southern ones lead in oil and telecoms, stirring debates about economic balance. Now it's your turn. Which family's story hits you the hardest? Are they building Nigeria's future or holding too much power? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We are reading every single word. If this journey through Nigeria's richest opened your eyes, like, subscribe and share it with someone who needs the real story. And here's a question for you. What would you ask them to do differently for Nigeria? Let's talk. Thanks for watching RNN TV.